I have a real quick question for you. Have you ever felt lonely?
Yes.
Ben, have you ever felt lonely?
Yeah.
Have you ever felt lonely?
Yeah. Lots of times.
Felt lonely?
Always. Sometimes.
I have.
Yes.
Yes.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah, I mean, everyone does sometimes, but that's when you go and you talk to God and you fix that and work that out.
Yeah.
Kind of, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I guess so.
Yes.
Sometimes. Yes.
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 I've never felt lonely.
Is that true?
No, it's not true. I felt lonely. But of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's talk about that. Okay. Loneliness, fun topic, right? So in our society, I mean, you can look around, we're super fortunate. We have more money than most of the people before us. We have more resources than most of the people before us, more food than most of the people before us. But still, we have loneliness. We have social media. We can have hundreds of friends. We can see all their pictures. But still, we have loneliness. Loneliness is something everyone experiences. If someone tells you they haven't felt lonely, they're lying. One of our society's common ways of dealing with loneliness is pushing it aside, pretending like it doesn't exist, distracting ourselves. I mean, look, this is a good example. Not AirPods, but just music. Like, how many times have you been in silence and just been so uneasy by being alone in the silence you have to put some music on? Or phones. Not that phones are a bad thing, not that social media is a bad thing, but I mean, when we stay glued to our phones because we can't stand to be alone, right? Or when we're scrolling through others' feeds. Like, we feel terrible inside, we're still scrolling as if it's gonna help us, you know? Or binge watching Netflix. Another example is work. We fill our schedules up with different things just so that we're not alone, so that we don't have free time to be with our thoughts, you know? Or for guys, a big one is porn. 8 out of 10 men struggle with porn. Why? Because they felt lonely, they felt unloved, and they went and they took that into getting a feeling of being loved out of their computers, you know? One of the most common in teens is relationships. I mean, everyone's had friends where you look at their relationship and you're like, why are you dating them? You know? Like, you're obviously not dating a good person to date. But people go into those relationships out of loneliness. Most high school relationships are like that. It's just out of the loneliness and the fear of being alone that we go into these stupid relationships and leave hurt, you know? But not that any of these things are bad, but we often use them as a distraction to loneliness. Now, obviously, we were made for community, right? Being alone all the time isn't healthy. I mean, the word Catholic means universal. Why? Because we're all united. The entire earth is united in one big community in Christ. Community is good. But let me tell you, loneliness is also a good. There's a lot you can learn from loneliness. The loneliness that I've experienced has helped grow me as a person, has helped me learn how to love others, and has helped me learn how to love God. Now, if you think that God just dumped us on earth and was like, hey, deal with your emotions, that's not true. I mean, look at this, the cross. That looks lonely. You know, Jesus in the agony of the garden was left to his sorrow alone. His friends slept while he was crying and sweating blood because he was so scared and alone. He spent 40 days alone in the desert. I mean, you think he wasn't lonely during that time? I mean, often Jesus would leave his disciples and go pray alone. You have to be able to get used to that loneliness before you can learn to love, you know? So instead of running away from your loneliness, learn to face it. How? Go into it. Go into it. Go in that silence. A lot of us equate silence to loneliness. So in your loneliness, face it. Go to the silence. You know, all silence, right? Go in the silence and sit there and know that Jesus experienced the same. Be lonely with Jesus, and suddenly you're not so lonely anymore. Because, you know, the literal God of the universe that people have been searching for centuries, who is literally like the most famous person on the entire earth, and by the way, he created the earth and love and everything else that you crave for, has been through loneliness. That's pretty cool. Just like the coolest guy ever has been through loneliness, and he wants to experience it with you. A second thing to do with your loneliness is, instead of focusing on yourself and your loneliness, go love others. Because in giving yourself, you can receive more. You know, go find that community that's going to help you be a better person. Go find that role model and follow them. Surround yourself by great people on social media, you know. But also, if you're feeling loneliness, it might be a good idea to not be on social media, because scrolling through everyone's perfect feeds doesn't really help you feel any better about yourself. And do this and keep in mind that you are learning how to be lonely. And that's an important lesson to learn before you can be able to love others in their loneliness. I mean, even in a relationship. Lonely single people make lonely married people. And lonely people that are dating others, you know? You have to deal with loneliness before encountering others. And also, don't be afraid to pray for yourself, or pray for those friends, or pray for that community. That's a big thing. In the end, the Father will provide you with what you need. I mean, even in his passion, after Peter slept while Jesus needed him the most, Peter rose up to defend him and cut off the servant's ear, right? Simon helped Jesus carry his cross. The women wept for Jesus. Jesus met his mother. Veronica wiped his face. On Golgotha, he was surrounded by 2 other prisoners on his right and his left, with his mother at the foot of his cross. And just like the Father provided for Jesus, so he will provide for you what you need. And you will grow closer to him, grow as a person, and learn how to love others through it all. Thank you. Have a great Friday. Go pray for someone who's lonely today. See ya. Intro, intro, intro. It was one Catholic. Oh, the word Catholic mean. Yeah. Hey Siri, what does the word Catholic mean? Oh, universal. I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I didn't even need to look at. I haven't slept in a long time. Gosh, dang it. No one's gonna believe anything I say if they hear that. Okay, I promise I know my Catholic stuff. At least the part that I'm talking about. Now, what was I saying? Catholic. Catholic. Unity. Okay. Universal, not unity. Oops. Okay. So face that loneliness and go in the silence. Ooh, spooky! You know? That was so stupid. Yelling, 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 yelling. I was lonely today. These bloopers are gonna be so stupid. No, they're gonna be funny.